Welcome back to another video. Today we have another Chelsea news video. It's a beautiful day. Just finished watching the Formula 1. It's a very sunny day in England. Quite rare to be honest, but I've got a bit of a headache. But I wanted to make a Chelsea news video for you guys. Anyway, just a one take today. We've got a couple of big stories. All about strikers really, other than one. I do actually want to say thank you very much to anybody who has seen my most recent video, the match preview for Chelsea versus Peterborough. I'm not too sure what's happened, but I think I've scammed 40,000 people. I got 40,000 views on a match preview, even though 39,000 of them were after the game. I'll take it. I'll take it. But I never said it. I think people thought it was the highlights or something. But I never said anywhere it was the highlights. All I said is it was a match preview. So thank you if you watched that. Thank you if you stuck around it, because I have actually gained about 300 subscribers from that. Anyway, so thank you very much if you're new here. If you're new here, subscribe. Also, like the video if you enjoy it, that is. We got daily Chelsea videos coming up on the horizon. Over there, the summer should be getting a lot of videos out. So much news videos, match previews, match reviews, tier list videos. I quite like doing them. But today we got a couple of news stories. Starting off actually with Armando Broja. He has signed a new contract extension with Chelsea till 2026, which is quite far, but it's very good considering some of the academy products that have been really impressing in recent years are stalling over signing a new contract. For instance, Tino Livramento, I think that'd be a huge loss if we lost him. I think he could be great in the future for Chelsea, but he's kind of stalling over signing and extending his contract. But Armando Broja, I think he will be included and incorporated into the first team next season. Well, maybe not the first team, but the first 11, not 11, the squad, the whole squad, training with the squad, the first squad every week, getting on the bench, maybe our backup or our third choice striker, I think it'll be. But the first one is more on a striker plan. Thomas Tuchel wants a big striker, like a big name, Erling Haaland, Robert Lewandowski, Harry Kane, Romelu Lukaku, someone to get our goals. And behind that, we kind of got Timo Werner, who can play there, but he'll probably play off as a left a little bit more. We also got Kai Havertz, who can play there as a sort of false nine, but he'll probably play a bit more deep, like a number 10, where I think his best position probably is. But he's very versatile, Kai Havertz. And then we'll have Armando Broja as kind of a second choice striker, if you will. But I think Thomas Tuchel would rather play Havertz there and Timo Werner there than Broja in big games. But I think he could get a good few games under his belt this season. But the names we've all heard before for the big one: Harry Kane, Haaland, Lewandowski, Lukaku. Is there any I'm missing? Probably. There were so many. But there are reports emerging talking about whether Chelsea now turn their interest away from Erling Haaland and towards Robert Lewandowski, 32-year-old I think it is, and he would cost £50 million. That's not too much. I think we can obviously afford it. It is a lot on a 32-year-old or however old he is. But he is a baller. He is a lethal goal scorer. And if you want a goal scorer to score your goals, get your goals, put the ball in the back of the net, Robert Lewandowski is probably the best player to do that for you. So I'm definitely not complaining. Maybe get him for 2-3 years. Then by then we might have Broja being first team starter, Havertz maybe up front every game, Werner as well, Haaland potentially by then. Who knows? We might have Tammy Abraham back potentially. Who knows? But for the next few years, having Robert Lewandowski up front for us would be huge, because he does get goals. He can score any type of goals, penalties, free kicks, maybe not free kicks. But he's great in the box. He's a lethal finisher. He is a goal getter. And he'll be turning 33 next month. But he is playing the best football of his life and could prove an incredible signing for Chelsea. However, you can't help but feel that with all the years he has ahead of him, Haaland would make a much more exciting deal. Which I have to agree with, but £50 million would be the fee roughly believed to persuade Bayern Munich to sell the pole. And I think I'd take that. £50 million is a lot. And he might think, oh yeah, you're just a Chelsea fan that just wants to splash the cash again and again. But I'd take that. I'd take one of the best striker in the world. I'd say the best striker in the world, Robert Lewandowski. Ballon d'Or. I think he probably should have won the Ballon d'Or last year if they even did it, because of COVID. This year, I don't think he'll finish top. I think he'll probably finish second or third. Who knows? Probably Messi first. Please let's not let Jorginho win it. I'm sorry, I'm a Chelsea fan, but Jorginho is not a Ballon d'Or contender. Come on. But next we got another story. How long I've been recording for? 6 minutes. All right, this is the last story then. Couple of minutes we'll talk about this. Kingsley Coman. French, 24, I want to say. 25. Oh, he's getting old. He's not really. 25 is not that old. He is, it was obviously at PSG, then Juventus, now at Bayern Munich. One of the best wingers. I was about to say one of the best wingers in the world, but really, is he really? To be fair, I don't watch the Bundesliga too often, but I haven't really heard much of him last season. Anything special, really. He's very quick, skillful. Did win Bayern Munich the Champions League with a header, I think it was. And everyone was raving about him then. And Chelsea are apparently hoping to tempt Bayern Munich again into a swap deal that would see Kingsley Coman arrive at Stamford Bridge at the expense of Blues Academy graduate Callum Hudson-Odoi, according to reports. Now, Coman has had an extraordinary record of win the league in every year of his career, which is very true. So if we want to win the league next season, why don't we just buy Kingsley Coman? And to be fair, he is a very good winger. Like, do we need him though? Mount, Havertz, Hakim Ziyech, Pulisic, Hudson-Odoi already. I don't really see the improvement considering he's 5-6 years older. Well, we'll delve a little bit deeper. Part of the France squad that reached around 16, the winger is now turning his attention to his future at club level. There are 2 years remaining on his contract at the Allianz Arena. He's already been attracting interest from Liverpool, which has prompted Bayern to drive his price up. If he does not sign an extension, they will not be able to hold out for such a high fee. At the start of July, Chelsea entered the equation with interest of their own. There were claims that they could offload several valuable players to afford the asking price of Coman. Now it has emerged that they may be able to do so in a direct deal with Bayern. According to reports, Chelsea are trying to arrange a swap deal between him and Callum Hudson-Odoi. The England international has big potential, and Bayern have been aware of that fact for a while. Indeed, they tried to sign him in 2019 and I think 2020 as well. Hudson-Odoi also came with huge valuation, although his star has faded somewhat in recent months. He's only managed to make 10 starts in the Premier League last season, therefore Chelsea are reportedly willing to listen to offers or include him in their swap deal. They could use that to their advantage in their pursuit of Coman. Hudson-Odoi is not in the plans of Thomas Tuchel, who is a major admirer of the Frenchman instead. Now, this is weird because I've heard reports saying that Callum Hudson-Odoi has a great relationship with Chelsea boss Thomas Tuchel, so someone there is capping. Given that Bayern want 90 million euros for their number 29, it is likely Chelsea would have to add some cash on top of that deal. However, the concept of swapping two players of the same position may make the deal more feasible. Even so, Bayern want to keep Coman under the direction of new coach Julian Nagelsmann, but they are yet to provide a contract offer that he deems acceptable, and change of agent has not made things any more advanced. The Bundesliga champions would want to offer him a pay rise, but he wants more. Chelsea could get a double deal with Lewandowski. But if you take a step back and think about it, Bayern don't really want to sell. I don't feel like Chelsea really want to sell Hudson-Odoi. It's not somebody that we want to sell, like Tammy Abraham. I think that's probably, we don't want to sell him, but we're going to sell him. And it's probably better to sell him this season than any season. But Hudson-Odoi, we're not in any rush to sell him. We've seen the potential he has. That injury to his Achilles did screw him over a bit. But get back at it. New coach. He was very good. He was playing a right wing back for the first few games under Thomas Tuchel. And I think he has so much potential. At the age of 19, 20, I don't think there's any real... I don't know. But why would it say Thomas Tuchel would prefer Coman over Hudson-Odoi? Because they are similar players. But Hudson Odoi is so much younger, and then we'd have to pay money on top. I just don't see this deal happening. Personally, I want to keep Hudson Odoi. He's a great player, and I don't want to see another academy player, a star, one for the future. Tammy Abraham, Mark Guehi, Fikayo Tomori, hopefully not Tino Livramento, leave Chelsea and benefit a new club, because there's so many players that have gone through the academy for years and years, got to the top, and realised that actually I want to get first team football in a club that respects me and don't just want to loan me out every season. So it's hard to persuade the players, but we've managed to persuade Armando Broja, like Mason Mount, Reece James, and just Christensen as well. Resilient guy. He's been at Chelsea on loans for ages, and now he's finally getting into the first team often. He could have a resurgence next season. He already had a bit of resurgence to the end of the season. Brilliant Euros at Denmark. Could get back into the team. But I want to hear your thoughts. Would you take Coman Hudson Odoi swap? I don't really see it happening. I wouldn't want it. So put your thoughts down below. Thank you very much for watching, sticking around. Love you lot. Goodbye. That was a bit weird. That was a bit weird, wasn't it? Anyway, thanks for watching.